Okay. Good morning, everybody. Hello. I didn't think I would do this stream. Big ups for those of you who are here. Yeah, that's right, Meth Bear. Get fucked. Hello. Good morning. It's pretty early my time, even earlier for someone like Meth Bear. Jeez, it's like almost 4:30 a.m. where you are, Meth Bear. Big ups everybody in the chat. Meth Bear, Eviga, Das Carrot, Visible Dimwit, Incorrect Beans, and 1 Minute Flan. Big ups everyone. I caught some of my I caught some of the bullshit yesterday, and luckily there are some good Snort Burnell and Mimology clips I can dig into. Want to talk a little bit about his webcam because something doesn't quite look right about it. Oh, you're on the Addies, Meth Bear? Yeah, hard to sleep. I've heard that. But big ups everybody. Thanks for coming along. What I'll do is this will be probably under 2 hours, this stream, because my lady and I got stuff to do this morning. We have to go feed some cats and a tortoise at a friend's house, but before then, you got me. So I'm going to get right into it. We're going to talk about this whole digital summer party bullshit. We're going to talk about the food, and then I want to dig into the webcam just a bit. So let's go. Snort Burnell, take us through.
Pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy.
I never skip a Snort Burnell intro because they're iconic.
Game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life.
This one is not as iconic as the OG one.
Maybe not fully. The Insta 360 Link AI-powered 4K webcam. This is what showed up yesterday on my doorstep. Okay? So that's what I'm using, and I'll explain all about it.
Alright, so I'm gonna derail already. I've heard some people talking shit about this webcam. I managed to track down the actual Amazon listing for this. I need to take the chat off the stream. I'm really bad. I tracked down the actual Amazon listing here, and I want to note that a fan, quote unquote, would have paid somewhere around $225, by the way, which is way too much for a quote-unquote donation. But all that out of the way, this does seem like a pretty good webcam. I've done research. It does have some decent body tracking, face tracking type of stuff. It's got a 4K sensor. It's got like desk view stuff you can do with it, so it seems pretty good. People like it. I think for him it's unnecessary, but I also think that it has given us a view of him eating, which I guess is cool for detractors and memes. But for everybody saying that this is like a weird low quality camera, I'd say they're wrong. This actually is a pretty good camera. I don't like the aesthetic look to it. It looks a little too clean. It looks a little too sterile. It looks like a hospital environment when you're seeing him through this webcam, which I guess is appropriate for him.
At the moment, it looks like the camera is slightly off today. What I'd like to do is go a little bit this way.
Oh, fancy.
Oh man, I went too far. I want to go a little bit this way. Oh, what am I drinking today? Some peach cream seltzer water.
I didn't see this part.
God, he's drinking piss.
Hello,
Okay,
Dr. Karkan. How are you?
Me of lying about the camera, saying, I thought you said you don't open boxes, you don't know what they are. I don't. This was in an Amazon packaging, sitting on.
Like very simple with this, because I saw some theories going around in the Discord that Phil bought this for himself. I don't think he bought this for himself. I think my whole take on this is that it's just it's him seeing an Amazon box at his front door, thinking maybe he ordered it, because him and Kat order Amazon shit constantly, all day, every day. Whatever. So he probably thought he bought it. So when he says this thing just showed up, I kind of believe him. Because this is not something he would know to invest in, and this is kind of like this would be a weird purchase for him to do himself. A 4K webcam with tracking is not something he would seek out or really know how to search, in my opinion. So I think this was a genuine fan donation. So I don't think he bought it.
On my doorstep. I didn't know what it was. So I didn't touch it yet. I checked my phone, and a fan had emailed me and said, Phil, here's what I just sent you off of Amazon. And I looked and I was like, oh. And so then I brought it in, I opened it up, and there it was. I didn't
also, imagine just like sitting online and saying, I need to send DSP a $225 webcam. Imagine, dude. That is like, what thoughts are going through your head to want to send him a webcam proactively? I'll never understand the psychology of a DSP true believer.
First of all, and again, this is which is hilarious. These people from Kino Casino have a point. Who cares if I did buy this? Right? Let's say I did buy it, which I didn't. But let's say I did. Who cares? I can buy things with my own money. Right? Right? I can make...
I mean, we can get into the semantics of whether or not it's actually your own money because it's all fan-funded. But also, I love that he doesn't understand that, like, this whole thing with the Kino Casino guys is a fucking elaborate work. They're trying to suck him off so that he'll come on their show and they can clown on him. I really love the fact that he of all people doesn't understand that this is like a WWE style work. They're trying to work you, my dude.
Purchases. It's okay to buy things. I mean, this is for the stream, right? In this case, I didn't. I didn't buy this. But why would I lie? Like, what is your point?
You would lie to cry poverty. Kind of like Meth Bear is saying in the chat. If Phil can buy something and say it's fan donated, that still gives across the idea of him needing help. If he's able to purchase things for his streams, he doesn't need help. He's had consoles donated to him, multiple webcams at this point, at least 2 that we know of, LED lighting, multiple sound boxes. If one, he loves the idea of a fan donation because he can say, well, a fan loved me enough to donate this thing. And he can also basically cry poor via the fan donation because it's like, see, I need to upgrade my streams based on the kindness of strangers. So what he's saying here is not true. There's actually a stronger case for him crying poverty when people donate shit to him, if you think about it.
Point, like you're nuts. Why would I lie about it? If I bought it, I'd be like, hey guys, look what I got for the stream. Big deal. You say make no sense. It's like,
except you don't buy things for the streams though. You don't. The only things you bought for the streams have been toys. Like multiple you bought a $300 fight stick and a $400 fight stick for the streams. Other than that, everything, including your current mini PC, has been donated. Chat, do you remember the laptop that he's currently using is donated, by the way. The laptop that he quietly uses for chat, donated. Donated by a fan. That might have even been an OIC donation, by the way. But don't ever forget that the majority of shit he uses for his streams, fan donations.
We're gonna get Phil in a gotcha moment, but the gotcha moment doesn't even make sense. At least make it make sense. Like, be like, we caught you, and now you've been doing this and that, and it's underhanded and it's bad. What is bad if I bought this for the stream? Like, what is your point? You have none. You're an idiot. you know? These people are just, they're out of their minds.
So any tips you know today are going to directly help me like afford my groceries and stuff tomorrow. So please
Thank you for the membership.
Thank you, Kevin. No, no, I think Kevin he bought the bubble guns. He purchased the bubble guns because I remember there was this whole big story of him finding the double pack on Amazon, so he purchased the bubble guns. But yes. The thing is, and the reason why like people are having a problem with this camera showing up, rightfully so, is that remember just the other day, I think it was literally Friday, he said, guys, I can't afford the Nintendo World Championship. I can't afford that game. So please tip me so I can afford that game so that I can play it on Saturday. Like, or it was either Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon that he was hard begging for money for the express purpose of buying Nintendo World Championship specifically, and then 2 or 3 days later, a $225 camera shows up Thursday. Thank you, Aviga. That's the problem, because he can cry poor one day to say, I don't have $60, guys, because he was literally saying, I don't have $60 to buy this fucking Nintendo World Championship game. Then 3 days later, he's saying, well, I can buy stuff. I can purchase things for my stream. Apparently you can't, because you're always saying, hey, the other day you said you didn't have money to buy the game you were scheduled to play, dude.
If you can today, okay, guys? I'm pretty much to the point where, yeah.
Grimner, exactly. That's the thing I especially don't like when he tries to say that all of his YouTube money is gone or whatever. There's plenty of people around here, plenty of detractors who are monetized, who may have multiple monetized channels. I have multiple monetized channels. I have 2. Logan K is monetized, and obviously Taken L's are monetized, and Lefty and I split it. So a lot of detractors know exactly when the YouTube and Google deposits hit, because we all get them too. So when he tries to lie or fudge the timing of those, because on Thursday he was trying to say, well, guys, I just got my YouTube I just got my YouTube deposit, and it all went to bills. And a lot of us in the Discords were like, no, actually, his YouTube deposit would have hit on Monday afternoon because all of ours did. So then that sort of brings the question up of what happened to his money between Monday and Wednesday, because he didn't mention that his YouTube deposit went to bills until it was time to beg for a game on Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, the timing just doesn't ever make sense when he tries to talk about like his YouTube payment and tips and whatever's coming up. It never makes sense.
Sucks. So it is what
yeah,
it is.
Iviga, 100%. I just got paid, time for polls. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, he said one of the casino guys is called Derek, your jester. You might need to tell them that bullying isn't tolerated here. Listen, I can't tell people what to do and what not to do, right? Here's what I think is messed up. When the detractor community decides to hyper-focus on something that literally I have nothing to do with, nor should I even have knowledge of, all right? I will publicly address it right here. We got a good audience for it today. I think we should publicly address a situation.
Okay, let's do it.
And I want everyone to listen up, because I think this is very important, all right? When you are a content creator, okay, you have an audience.
Sure.
And that audience sometimes becomes regulars who you recognize, who you're friendly with, right? But there's no responsibility of a content creator to be micromanaging the actions of their audience. You understand?
Yes. It absolutely is your responsibility to curate and cull the audience you want. You are responsible for the people you keep around. Even in your chat, I'll say, Taken L's, we don't ban people from the chat, generally speaking. We don't. Lefty and I we're very, I'm not going to say lax, but I would say we're very accommodating to a lot of different people in chat. If you have a ban on Taken L's, you either have to have a reputation that is in the fucking toilet where people just don't trust you, or you must have said some nasty shit in chat. So generally we kind of just we let people exist within reason, but at the same time the people you let hang out in your chat do represent you, obviously. Yes. See, Dr. Karkan, I want to talk about that a bit. What do you think about Phil now being best friends with Kino Casino? I think it's great. I think the work that PPP and Worski are working him on is fantastic, because they have planted the seeds of this fucking bit where they've just been kissing his ass for 6 months, and it's finally coming to fruition. And my hope is that they have him on to absolutely roast his ass. That's what I hope he actually goes on with Kino Casino, because they are gonna roast his fucking ass.
And allow me to explain what I mean. Every day I turn on my stream, and people come on my stream and they talk with me. And some people are friendly, and I like having regulars who I recognize.
No, Iviga, Guy with two names is fine. He's fine. He's just our number one troll. And he's not particularly mean or nasty. He gives us shit. But I actually appreciate Guy with two names quite a bit. He's good people.
Conversations in line with, topics that we, things where we like and dislike. It's cool. It's having a bunch of regular friends come by every
it's
day.
Triple
and hang
P.
out, correct?
I don't
That's
know.
what it feels like. It's a community.
Thank you,
I'm
Grimner.
lucky because
I didn't know.
have a community of a certain size that we can all feel.
I never followed the guy other than when I got really into like left-wing internet politics, and I guess they were all wrong and they called him PPP. And the dude is kind of a chud, but I think he's funny. So I'll watch Kino in the context of Phil, but like my politics, to be clear, do not align with Worski and Ashton whatsoever.
Friendly and kind of recognize each other. I'm not someone who has 2,000 viewers a day, and then I can't recognize anyone because the chat's going like this. Instead, we have a manageable chat. I can talk
Oh,
with everyone.
DSP called him Triple P. Now I'm being an idiot, and I'm just confusing myself. You got me.
Like that. All right. However, it is not my responsibility, nor any streamer or content creator's responsibility, to parent the regulars.
No, it's not their responsibility to parent the regulars. That's why if you get a regular that you have to keep your eye on a little too much, you dump them. You jettison them. We've had to do it here in this chat. It's not hard. I have banned people on Detractor Beam Discord for less than the shit that Derek gets away with, dude.
Father, nor do I want to take on the responsibility of being anyone's father. All right. Now, some people.
Yeah,
said
channel
look up to
guidelines
you as
exist.
like,
That's right, Michael.
Someone who, when you tell your stories or whatever, we learn from you and your experience. That's a little different. But I don't think I've ever in the time 16 years, right, that I've been here on YouTube, I don't think once I said, I am your daddy. Now do what I tell you because I know better than you, son. Like, have I ever done that? Right?
No, you didn't come out and say that like that I'm your father. But if anybody remembers the time that OIC talked to Proper, that was literally like daddy sit down with child moment, and he was like, use your brains, man. Why? What? Like he definitely does exert power over these people, and it's kind of sickening.
No, nor do I aspire to be anyone's
honestly, Grimner, that's kind of the weirdest thing about this whole situation with like Lolcow Live versus Kino Casino. He has more to lose going on Kino Casino, I think, than he would Lolcow Live. If he went on Lolcow Live, I believe that they would have him on and they would have a conversation. They would try and have a conversation with him on his terms. They would try. It's impossible, but the Kino guys just want to wreck his shit. They just want to honey dick him on and wreck his shit.
We're joking, oh, he's the king or whatever, okay? Okay, it's a joke. You understand the difference between joking and reality, right? So it's not on me to be telling anyone how to behave, how to live their life, what to do, what not to do.
You're the biggest hypocrite on the planet.
I'll tell you my opinion.
Yeah, but he tells people all the time not to watch Detractors, to not watch Keemstar, to not watch, YouTubers with colored hair. You know what I mean? Like he hates those like colored hair gamer YouTubers, and he tells you to watch him instead. Like you're constantly prescribing things for people to do every second of every day, dude. Yeah, only watch Phil. Like literally, how many times over the years? And I've only been making DSP related content for a little less than 2 years now. But I've been lurking for a little bit longer. But I cannot count the amount of times in that span of time that he literally has said, "Only listen to me. Don't listen to people on the outside. Only watch me."
Agree with me or not, and if you want to apply things that I say from my streams to your own life, that's up to you. But it's not my job to dictate to you what's wrong, what's right, and this is how you live your life or else, right? It's not. In fact, I will go as far to say this.
Well, Grimner, that's the narcissist's Achilles heel, isn't it? Because I worked with a lady who was like a raging narcissist, and it was. And I would have to occasionally as part of my job, convince her to do certain things, follow certain processes. Like when I'm going to talk corpo for a minute. When we would implement processes on the team, I was one of the people that was in charge of making sure that people were, like internalizing those processes, doing them correctly. And it's very hard to teach a narcissist who thinks they know everything a new process or like a new implementation of a specific thing they've been doing for years. But what I found is a good way to get narcissists to do the things you need them to do in like a working perspective when you're trying to manage people is you just compliment them. You just compliment them and you make it seem like them doing this for you is doing you a favor and that they will owe you, or that you will owe them one. You really just have to play to their ego. It's insufferable and it's a terrible thing to do. I wish I never had to do that with this fucking lady. Because it was a rough time having to basically convince that lady like a child to do new processes that came from the higher ups. But all you have to do is to get to someone like Phil is really just play to their ego and act like you agree with them. And dude, I actually do have to give Worski and PPP a little bit of credit on that. They completely understand where his buttons are and they are pushing the fuck out of him, dude.
The very moment that you do anything off my stream, it's none of my business. The only business I have of knowing anything about you is what you do right
Except for when Brian talks to Agent Proper or OIC talks to Agent Proper or King B. Cruel goes on a detractor stream with Broside Phil, or the litany of other chatters you have accused of watching detractor content. How many times has he said, you know what? I know you've been watching detractor content. Because of that, get the fuck out of my streams and don't come back. He has said that so many times. I don't have an example, but they're there. We know.
in my chat or on my stream. Okay? That's it. I don't care about what you do outside of my streams. I get idiots who come in here and be like, did you know that this chatter's on a detractor chat right now? And I'm like, I don't care where they are. Why would I care where they are? They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but what about the guy that supposedly has 20 socks that he talks about? You all know what I'm talking about. Phil almost every day now will say, I just got to ban this idiot. He's the guy that's got 20 fucking socks and he's sitting in detractor chats right now. Every day you talk about that, dude. Like, hello?
When they're not on my stream. I only care about how you behave in my place.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Duty. Listen, Duty Streams is apparently the guy who knights all detractors. If you're on his list, you're a detractor. You talk to him. You breathe on him. You're a detractor. Exactly.
That's it. Everything else is up to you. And it's not my job to stalk you, micromanage you, and find out what you do behind the scenes. Why the hell would I ever care about that, right?
Your ego, dude. You care about it because of your ego.
Notably, they stalk certain viewers, and they'll be like, I saw what you did on your social media. I saw what's on your LinkedIn. I saw the post you made 12 years ago on Facebook and this and that. And it's like, listen, I get it. There's some people out there, sadly.
I will say, and I've had conversations about this with my girlfriend. She doesn't quite grasp the concept because she's a normal, well-adjusted person and she's not like the rest of us. But what I've explained to my girlfriend is, she said, well, why do people research his fans, his followers? Like, why? And I said, well, one of the reasons why a lot of DSP fans get researched and followed by trolls is because the majority of the ones we know about or can find social footprints of are absolute degens, total degenerates. And it really does lend insight to the type of people Phil attracts, because really you can judge a streamer and judge a content creator and just judge a person in general by the type of person they attract. And Phil is known to attract absolute fucking degens. The one person I'm willing to say that follows him is not a... Thank you for the 11 months, Trayan. Holy shit. Thank you, my dude. I have to say, the only person who is not an absolute degen is Jade. Jade is the only person I am willing to say, not with absolute certainty, but I'm willing to say with a fair amount of certainty that Jade is not a degen. That's why if Jade showed up here, come on over, Jade. I'll talk with you, dude.
Stuff out there that a lot of us probably wouldn't agree with, and it's public, okay? But again, it's not my job to know about that
yes,
shit. Nor is it
Death
my job to
Parrot.
concern myself
Jade
with
is
that,
pure.
understand?
I believe
So
Jade is pure. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with liking DSP. Because that's a hard call for me to make, because I used to like DSP even unironically. I've outed myself like that too, and I think I've talked with Len the Deranged a bit, and Len the Deranged also used to watch him around the same time I did for similar reasons that I did. So there's nothing inherently wrong with liking DSP or liking his content, but there comes a time when like it's time to snap out of it and do better. You know what I mean?
People who come on the stream and they're like, hey, how could you, right, allow this person in your chat? Aren't you aware that they did this and this and this? Like, wait. No. Here's your honest answer.
All right,
No.
so this is all obviously about Derek, but let's talk theoretically about Derek here. Is it safe for someone with predatory tendencies toward children to exist in an online chat with the intellectually disabled? No, it's not. It's objectively not. Because even though you could argue that a lot of Phil's audience are not children, they are a vulnerable population that may fall victim to the same tactics, traps, and pitfalls as children would with online predators. Like, TLDR, you should not let PDFs exist in your chat. Pretty basic.
Oh, I don't know what they did outside of my chat, and I don't care what they did outside of my chat. It's not my business. I'm not supposed to be stalking my viewers to know what they did on their private accounts, separate from my stream. That
Oh
has
my god.
nothing-
See, Tran, you're way more of a dentologist than I am. I didn't know that about Haseo. I have the sense that Haseo was up to some weird stuff, but holy shit.
Nothing to do with me. Zero. The moment that I actually step outside of the realm of a content creator, and now I try to apply myself in other places of your personal lives, I've overstepped my boundaries. Now I've become a creeper. Now I've become a stalker. I've become the weirdo. It's not my business to be finding out about what you do behind the scenes in your real lives. Right?
They are. And that's kind of the thing. Like, that's the thing that Phil doesn't understand, is that like his fans that we are able to dig into, even on a surface level on socials, are the worst people. I don't even want to talk about Redemption Games, but I'll mention him. If you know about Redemption Games, you know. There's no ambiguity that Redemption Games is a danger to children. Is it like we have the receipts on Redemption Games? He did it he's done it publicly on recorded streams. Like, these people are just preds, man. And Phil takes no accountability. You have to wonder about a guy who the vast majority of audience members with social footprints have predatory tendencies towards the disabled and children. You got to wonder about a guy like that, man.
It's not my job. Nor should I hold people accountable. Oh, you were in a detractor chat, ban them now. No, I'm not going to do that. It's not my job to hold you accountable because you did something in your free time. I don't care. Just behave when you're on my stream.
PDF file Derek.
That's what the detractors want. They want to feel like they've had influence on something I do. So they feel like if I went and I banned certain people from the chat right now, see, we got them to do it. I'm not going to do it.
No. The detractors don't want to be the ones that ousted Derek. The detractors want you to ban Derek. And we're not really putting pressure on you, Phil. Not really. We're just kind of letting people know, like, hey, dude, this is the kind of person that Phil protects.
Do it. Only if there's a rule violation, or someone's become nasty or whatever, you know, and they're breaking it, then I'll do it. Just like everyone else, but everyone gets treated
Yeah,
the same.
Meth Bear, that's a good point about LTG. LTG is a predator who attracts predators. He especially likes abusing minors. Yes, and there is a weird common thread amongst a lot of lol cows with predatory behaviors towards children and the disabled. You could argue that Phil, the way that his relationship with Panda developed and progressed, very predatory. I'm not even talking about age. I'm just talking about the predatory nature of that relationship and how they got together. The fact that he moved a high school dropout across the country away from all of her family so that she could be his maid is incredibly predatory. Cyrax, predator. Nova Online, predator. Wings of Redemption, predator. There's a weird commonality between lolcows and this weird narcissistic predatory behavior. It's like there's something in the water, man. I don't know. Oh, White Bowser. I don't even want to get started on the White Bowser shit. What a fucking saga.
I don't care if you're a newcomer or you're someone who's been with me for 15 years. I don't care if you're someone who's...
Yeah, Michael, that's actually that's actually a good way to talk about how he got with Kat. Very, very opportunistic, because she was at a point, allegedly, in the relationship with Subaru Man where it was abusive. If Phil's recounting of the situation is to be believed, and she needed to get out, and he took advantage of that. So still predatory behavior, yeah?
Really never contributed a thing financially to one of my streams, or if you just donated $1,000. Everyone has to abide by the same rules. Everyone gets treated equally here on my stream. Yes,
Grimner, thank you, because that is a similarity between Leanna and Catherine that a lot of people don't talk about. He got with Catherine much later on in life, but they're around the same age. There's almost a 10-year difference between he and Kat, so it's still roughly the same age difference, and the money imbalance is the same, and like the age imbalance is the same, because Phil would totally be the type of partner to be like, I'm older than you, I've had more experience than you, listen to me, even though like in some ways Leanna had her shit together more at like 19 or 20, because she knew how to keep a house, she knew how to balance the fucking checkbook, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she was an insufferable child, but you know what? She knew how to balance the fucking checkbook, and she knew how to cook and keep the house clean, which is more than this dude ever learned how to do to this day.
That's how it is. If you don't like that...
Yeah, dude, you're not the breadwinner. I am, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. I can imagine Phil actually saying that. You're not the breadwinner. I am. Phil would have rather Leanna never worked, by the way. And it's very obvious.
There's plenty of other places that you could go watch. And then you don't have to feel like you've been, I don't like how this is being run. Okay?
Yes, Grimner, that's the thing. Plenty of people, especially when you're in like your 30s, 40s. It's not unreasonable for someone in their 40s to date someone in their 30s. That's fine. But if Jenna's to be believed, and if Kat actually does have like moderate to severe autism, then yeah, that's pretty predatory, man.
But I'm not going to be sitting here tracking all of my viewers and what they do in their private lives. That's insane. That's crazy. And if you're trying to superimpose that on me, you're an idiot, because you're just wasting your time. Because the other thing, the things that a lot of people have as issue with, right? They've never even talked about in the chat. So here's the case, all right? How do you know?
So one of the things, so guy in the chat says I have autism, meaning guy has autism. There's a lot you have to consider when you're friends or partners with someone with autism. One of my really good friends has autism, and it's really funny. He was telling me about a situation where he was at his job and he was looking for another job on the side, and his direct supervisor at his current job asked him flat out, I'm not going to say his name, but it's like, hey man, are you looking for another job? And what he told me, he said, I was terrified when he asked me that, because I can't lie. I can't lie. He literally was like, Logan, I didn't know what to do. I can't lie. Like the thing about folks with autism is like the little social protections that like you and I would do, whether it be fibs, little white lies, that sort of thing. They can't use the same type of mechanisms to protect themselves from dangerous or predatory situations that we do. A lot of people that have ASD that are on the autism spectrum will take things at face value. They'll either have to tell you the truth or they'll feel they have to believe you. I've worked in a career capacity with a lot of people with autism, and a few of my really good friends have autism. And in a strange way, people with autism can be very easy to manipulate. So that's kind of the vibe that I get between Phil and Kat, to be honest. If Jenna is to be believed, and Kat actually does have moderate to severe autism, but I think we should take anything Jenna says or have said with a massive grain of salt.
Chat member has done something that you deem as heinous. How do you know about it? Did you go stalk their social media? Did you go watch a series of detractor videos about stalking someone's social media? That's weird. You're weird. You need to stop. You need to stop.
I am weird. We're all okay, guys. I think that's something that we can all agree on. We're all weird. We're all weird for doing this shit.
Being up in everyone else's business. It's none of your business. Leave their lives
Kool-Aid
alone.
girl never
What is wrong
lies.
with you?
I don't know. I don't know
Seriously.
penitence sin.
Get a life.
I don't know, dude.
So it's that simple. If it doesn't take place right here in the chat on my stream, I don't care. Get a life. Stop bothering us all with this shit. Because no one would even know about it if people didn't stalk these people.
Genuine question. How is briefly checking someone's X account stalking? If I check someone's Twitter once, is it stalking? Have you never done that? No. No.
Yeah, Trayan, that's a good point. Like, people should be literate enough and educated enough about their social media to lock that shit down if they don't want certain things getting out, or use fucking alt accounts. I mean, I don't like to talk about it. No one likes to talk about it, but look at what happened with Ravens Dolphin. Fuck, man. To be doing stuff on your mains like that, just, oh my god.
I've never done that. I'm not kidding. Literally not once ever. In my 16 years as a content creator, have I sat here on a stream, looked at someone's name in chat and said, I'm going to check your X account. Not once. Not a single time.
Yeah, DSP pretends not to know anything about Derek, but as Brian says, he knows. He'll say he'll remove Derek. Yeah. For something as awful as the awful things he already did. Well, yeah, DSP loves to feign ignorance, but at the same time say, I know exactly what's going on.
Not my job to stalk you. I don't care about what you're doing outside of the stream. So, you know, yeah, no, you're right. No, I've never done that. Here's the thing. I have a life.
Good point, Tran. He checks people's YouTube account all the time. Like, he'll get a super chat, and if he's checking a super chat, you can tell he leans over and he clicks on the go-to channel, and he like checks the channel to see how old it is, to see what videos are posted on it. To be fair, I do the same thing sometimes. Like, if I get a super from someone who looks a little sussy, I'll do that.
Busy.
But he's acting like he doesn't, you know? Big ups TJ Gamebox, by the way. You're a saint for doing the math on this shit.
Okay. All right. Wow. I just received a $50 tip. Whoa.
Also, Kino Casino, don't give Phil money. Don't get, like, they need to, their people need to learn. Don't give Phil money.
Whoa, there's a whale. A giant whale. That's cool, there's a giant whale.
Okay.
It has cones to filter
Here's
things.
the first shot of the day.
Guys, you can verify this in the chat. I wasn't watching the whole time. I caught kind of like the tail end on Ann's stream. I was out And I actually encountered a DSP-like person in the wild yesterday at a restaurant. It was fucking wild. I'm going to get into story time after this clip because it was one of the wildest restaurant experiences my girlfriend and I had ever had because this one guy was being a DSP, this guy in front of us at the restaurant. But I heard he scammed people out of shots. I heard people talking about that. Like as I was getting home from our day out, I heard he scammed shots.
All right, let's do the second shot. Then I'm not going to do any more for a bit.
Yes. See,
go crazy.
I heard people talking about this.
Before we even play a game.
About how he owed like 4 or 5 shots, but he only did 2. Yes, Anthony, and it was one of the weirdest fucking IRL Karen encounters I've had in a long time. Don't leave the house, people. Just don't. It's a bad idea.
Oh my. I received a $100 tip. Is it a whale? It is a whale because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things.
This is my favorite. It's a whale. The whale-like teeth that filter things. Those cones. I love it.
Eyeball. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head.
I never skip any of this.
It's always telling
Respect
me
Snort Burnell.
WWE champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly
milking for money.
It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that.
In an instant, fucking gone.
I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory.
Big up, Snort Burnell.
I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.
Snort Burnell, amazing as always. Yeah, so quick derail for a minute before we get into this. So yesterday, my lady and I, we went out and we saw Wolverine Deadpool. Fun fucking movie. Go see it. But after we saw Wolverine and Deadpool, I told my girlfriend, I was like, hey, there's a Chinese restaurant that I like. It's on the way home. Let's just go get lunch at the Chinese restaurant. Like, cool, awesome. So we ordered our food. We were taking it away to go home because we wanted to kind of just go home, eat it at home, whatever. And we hear as we're placing our order, we hear one of the restaurant staff on the phone saying, "Okay, well, if you didn't like the food, you can take it back to us. We'll give you a refund. Like, it's okay if you didn't like it. You know, just take it back. We got you. We're square. You're good." So this guy, this weird dude, comes storming into the restaurant, like marches into the restaurant. You've all seen this. The dude who, like, the door flies open, the bell goes ding 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 because the dude just like a fucking Western, like a dude walking into a saloon. The door flies open and he just goes, "Hey, this chicken's not real food." Literally, the guy like DSP style was like, "This chicken's not real meat. I have a friend that's a scientist. I'm going to take a piece of this to him and he's going to run tests on it. He's going to prove it's not real food. I want my money back." And the lady at the register said, "Sir, I already agreed to give you your money back. It's okay. It's okay." And then he starts yelling at the chef who's like back in the kitchen making our food. And he goes, "I've been eating here for years and the meat has never tasted like this. My teeth squeak on it. This is not real food." And then the chef walks out of the kitchen and goes, "I've been preparing Chinese food for 34 years. I can assure you, this is real food." And the guy actually said, and this was the stupidest thing I've ever heard anyone say. The guy actually said, I've been eating Chinese food for just as long. That's not real chicken. My teeth squeaked on it. There's something in the food, man." I'm going to take it. And then he said again, I'm going to take it to my scientist friend. We're going to prove it's not real meat. The chef just goes, you know what? You don't have to give us the food back. Go take it downtown to the Department of Health. They can tell you if it's real chicken. And they finally got the fucking guy to leave. But literally it was this like flat earther conspiracy theorist that insisted upon making a scene after this fucking lady, I shouldn't call her fucking lady. Nice as hell woman. After the lady that was taking the phone calls and ringing people up, she agreed to give him his money back, full refund, before he even walked in. But he chose to make a scene. He chose to make a scene and complain about food he didn't make, even after he was already guaranteed a refill. And my girlfriend and I were kind of like sitting off to the side. She was texting me about it because we didn't want to say anything out loud because we didn't want to get in the mix with this guy. And she said, quote, in a text message, I would show the text message on screen, but I don't want to dox myself. She said, quote, is this guy like DSP? It's like flat out, because she hears me talk about DSP all the time. So she said, is that guy over there, Karening, is he like DSP? Said, yeah, this is a DSP moment, like fuck this guy, whatever. So we're texting back and forth the whole time. The guy finally leaves. I go up to the chef, like go up to him because the chef is like still up there, and I told the guy, I was like, I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'm very sorry for people like that. It is terrible when people treat, the people preparing their food like that. So we talked to the guy for a few minutes, like while our food was cooking. He went back and got it. But don't be a DSP. Don't be a DSP. Don't imply that the chicken was the real food, wasn't real or was dry or whatever. When someone else who actually knows how to cook is making your food. Then I come home and I watched this segment because I did catch the Famous Dave segment, by the way. When we got home, the Famous Dave segment was on and I was watching it on Ann's stream. But I was like, oh my God, DSP sounded just like the fucking guy in the Chinese restaurant. Same fucking dude. So let's get into this.
No liquid at all in that. It is dry. It is so dry. How could you sell it like this? No, that's really bad. Oh man.
Yeah, guy. So here's a tip. I've never worked in the restaurant business, but I've had members of my family owned a bar, and a lot of my good friends have been either line chefs or wait staff in a restaurant. And what they always tell me is be nice to the people who prepare your food, because you never know what they're doing to it back there. I'm not saying that this particular Chinese restaurant establishment would do that. I really don't. I've been frequenting them for 6 years now since I moved out here, and they've been fine. They've been nothing but nice to me. I lived across the street from this restaurant when I first moved out here. My shithole apartment, because we call it the shithole because it was, but my shithole apartment was across the street from this Chinese restaurant. It was so fucking good. But be nice to people that prepare your food. It just makes sense.
It's almost inedible. I don't know how you manage to overcook food that bad and not know, unless you just don't care. This is bad. I don't think I'm ever going to order from this place ever again. This is a waste of money. Yeah, I'm pretty upset right now. So basically,
all of this stuff is pretty easy to make too, to be honest. Like cornbread, potato wedges, corn on the cob, even ribs are not that bad.
This feast, we ate what we ate now. We throw out the rest. It's a complete waste. So yeah, this really was a waste of time and money. Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014.
You don't necessarily need a grill though, Nerd Brew. You can do barbecue shit and cast iron stuff. I've done barbecue meats on a cast iron skillet. There's a way to do it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Feasting with Phil.
Here we go. I forgot about that.
Sick.
I forgot when he got. I think this was the Rock. I think it's called the Rock brick fire pizza. I forgot that he like missed
Feasting with Phil.
This is an iconic. This is an iconic moment right here. he like seizes out for a second and then misses it.
I'm sick. My throat is throbbing. I woke up this morning with a really bad sore throat. My wife's been sick all week. Now I caught it from her. I can't talk that much. You know, I'm hungry.
Hey, DSP, maybe if you prepared your own dinner for the past 3 days, you might have not gotten sick. Because, you know, food prep is one of the easiest ways that one family member can spread sickness and infections to another. If one of us gets sick, if I get sick, my girlfriend gets sick, if one of us are sick, we both make our own food. That's just a smart thing to do. Just make your own shit when your partner or roommates or whoever gets sick. Even just doing that can lower the risk of spread so much.
I've eaten besides a bagel this morning, and I'm 6 shots in to Jose Cuervo on this marathon. So I need some food. So I'm going to have a variety of barbecue foods with you, and it's probably going to be disgusting, just to forewarn you.
And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to
That's
be
a good way to be,
disgusting.
Meth Bear.
You want
Better
barbecue,
to be
barbecue.
clean
How
than
about
sick.
fried chicken, baked chicken, or I guess rotisserie chicken, and ribs, right there. 3 kinds of meat.
I have words about his food critique on this because he's wrong. He's objectively wrong about most of this food, by the way.
I got some fries.
What's
and
up,
some
Doomer
fresh
Ziggy?
corn on the
How are
cob.
you?
Who wants that?
I've been loving your fucking Doomer streams in the morning lately, by the way. Keep doing those if you can, because those are really fun to listen to in the morning when I'm like catching up on work emails or whatever. Big ups, dude.
I know you want that, but you can't have it. It's mine. And I also have some baked beans that I'll be having with it too. Okay?
Everybody should go sub to Doomer Ziggy. I'm gonna find his channel and pin the link. Hold on.
What is so bright? Oh, you know what it's looking at? It's looking at the ring light. That's why it looks so bright. Okay. So, here's the feast. Here it is. So I'm going to try the fried chicken first. I don't know what it's called. It has a name, like Irma's fried chicken or something like that. I don't know. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see what it looks like, or what it tastes like, I should say. Look at that.
I have pinned the link for Doomer Ziggy's channel. Go give it a look. He has a lot of old DSP stuff too that you can't really find anywhere else.
Wow. That is delicious. It's juicy on the inside, and the breading has a spice to it. It has a little bit of a kick. Wow, that is delicious, juicy fried chicken. Yummy.
Oh, these sounds are great. Oh my god, mimology.
I really like that. I just got sauce all over my finger.
Oh! I actually gagged when I saw that yesterday. I actually gagged.
I really like that. I just got sauce all over my finger.
Ugh. Also, I like the so if you think about this image as a whole picture, right? He's sitting, he's got his little TV table. He's sitting sideways. He's leaning in. His dentist chair is on an angle. It's like he's at his own little dunce kids table at like a family function. This has such kids table vibes, and I love it.
I didn't mean to do. The seasoning is quite good. It's a dry rub. It's not spicy, but it has that smoky, savory flavor. But the chicken is completely dry. 100% bone dry. I now wish that I brought barbecue sauce up here, but I didn't. It is so dry.
So the issue I have with his dry rub critique is twofold. All right. One, you ordered dry rub rotisserie chicken, meaning the outside is going to be dry. Now, the inside has a hope of being juicy. However, you have to eat barbecue while it's still reasonably hot. Or I generally speaking, I like to say you eat barbecue while it's as hot as you can tolerate it, and as fresh as you can get it. The issue with this is these were probably prepped. This dish was probably prepped. It probably sat for 5 or 10 minutes as the DoorDash person was picking it up or going to get it. And then it probably sat in a car for another 10 to 20 minutes, right? So Phil is eating this between 40 and 50 minutes after it's been made. And that's not how you consume barbecue. Just go to the place, man. Go to the place and you can get some kick-ass barbecue, honestly. But also, him complaining about a dry rub rotisserie chicken being dry is actually retarded.
Super dry.
It's a dry rub, dude. It's a dry rub, man.
Right out. Overcooked. It's definitely overcooked. So here's their ribs. Their famous ribs. I gotta find where the meat is. Here it is. See how the ribs are. Salty. Why do you think I lost? Because it didn't give me my fucking moves again.
Oh,
Again.
great.
Again.
Great intercut.
Flavorful. Incredibly dry. The
Dry.
ribs are bone dry. There is no moisture in the rib whatsoever.
Again, this is a skill issue. And like, I've never had Famous Dave's. I know they're a national chain. I looked up. There's none near me, but I heard Atlas talking about it on the WPIG stream. I guess Atlas really likes Famous Dave's. So if Atlas says that Famous Dave's can be good, I believe him. I believe him.
However, it has lost all semblance of moisture. They way overcooked the ribs. Way overcooked.
No, this doesn't look overcooked to me at all. If you're talking about pork, this actually, like, a little bit of browning on the inside, this actually looks done. Has he ever cooked pork before? Probably not. But like, this is what cooked pork looks like. I would even say maybe this is slightly underdone. I don't know what he's talking about.
That's not even close to being cooked right. It's way overcooked. No liquid at all in that. It is dry. What a shame.
Yeah, no, totally, Grimner. It's exactly like, oh, why do these spare ribs have bones on them? Have bones inside of them? It's like that. He doesn't understand that a dry rub is supposed to be like a cured dried meat. That's what you get it for.
Seriously, what a shame.
And generally with dry rubs is you're supposed to add something to it. You can add like oil or sauce or something. Whenever I've done dry rub chicken, I'll put like a little bit of mayonnaise on it or whatever. That's pretty good.
Oh, what a shame. It has good flavor, but it's so dry. Like, I think they expect you to douse it in their barbecue sauce, but you shouldn't have to. The point is it's supposed to be flavorful without it. Well, here we have potato wedges, which they call fries, and
I saw
on the
that.
cob. Try a potato wedge. Not bad. Not great. It should have more to it.
Again, it's a cold potato wedge. Cold potato wedges suck. Like, if I'm eating, sometimes I'll eat leftover barbecue. Like if I go to a friend's house and there's barbecue, or if I make something, a good thing to do if you're eating these later, even like 40 minutes to an hour later, is if you have extra barbecue sauce, put barbecue sauce on it, put it in the toaster oven. Put it in the toaster oven after slathering it with sauce for about 15 minutes, and you can kind of revitalize it to an extent. Phil didn't do any of that. Like, sometimes it's on you to make your food taste better if you're eating it like 50 minutes after it was prepared. Just saying. I think this is a skill issue, especially with cold potato wedges. Like, yeah, no shit. Cold potato wedges are going to be mid at best, dude.
Flavoring, and it doesn't. It's very bland. It's just okay. It's not great. It's just okay.
Yeah, and they're probably frozen potato wedges. Most potato wedges in a lot of chain barbecue places are going to be frozen, unfortunately.
Bite, like crispiness to it, but it's mostly soggy, mostly bland. Well,
and I'm someone who partakes in frozen potato wedges fairly regularly. They're good, man. If you're making like a big sandwich, potato wedges on the side are goated. So obviously you buy them frozen from the freezer section in the store.
Got corn on the cob. It's hard to get corn on the cob wrong. Could they get the corn on the cob possibly?
Yeah. Pyroclastic says you're supposed to add your own seasonings. Well, that's why if you go to a barbecue restaurant, there is usually a carousel of seasonings on the table. The idea is that you're going to add either the house barbecue sauce, Frank's Red Hot, Tabasco, or whatever they got, or seasonings or rubs at the table. Like, you're supposed to add, whether it be like Raising Cane's or like Old Bay, to home fry potato wedges. That's the point, is that you cook the potato wedges and then you season to taste. Like, you're supposed to season these to taste. Granted, I've never been a professional food service person, but I've like to think that I've learned to cook a reasonable amount of stuff, and every potato wedge recipe says to you basically use Old Bay seasoning or your seasoning of preference and season to taste. And maybe when people are doing takeaway, they kind of play it safe and they do minimal to no seasoning. It makes sense, right?
Wrong. What do you think? Let's try. Let's see if they got it wrong. Ready? Messy.
Oh, guys, also, if you ever want to like give your hamburgers a little bit of kick, if you smash your own hamburgers, I put Old Bay on my hamburgers while I'm smashing them. Fucking good. Really fucking good, actually. I put Old Bay on everything. I got really into Old Bay during the pandemic because I learned how to cook a lot of shit during the pandemic, actually, because we weren't going out that much. So it was a good time to like look up recipes and like learn how to cook stuff. It's fun.
Fast eating 101. Here we go.
Oh yeah, this was like amazing. Oh, I'm gonna torture you a little bit, and we'll put that at half speed.
101.
Here we go. Mmm. Yeah. He's getting his mustache hairs all up in it too. I mean, I'm one to talk. I have like relatively long facial hair right now, but oh, he does eat like Bill Murray and What About Bob?
The corn on the cob is actually good.
The corn on the cob.
Incredibly juicy and flavorful. They didn't put anything on it. There's no salt and no...
He has like 5 words in his food critique vocabulary. Atrociously bad, sweet, tangy, zip, flavorful, and he doesn't say robust anymore. I miss robust. I don't think he said robust once in this entire segment yesterday.
Around there?
Yes,
it's just a fresh corn on the cob, and everyone knows fresh corn that's sweet is the...
Yeah, Michael's got a good point. Add butter, moron. Yeah, I add a little bit of butter and salt and pepper. Spread the butter on. Get a liberal amount of salt and a little bit of pepper. Ooh, really good, dude.
Delicious. So that's good. We have
also
cornbread muffin and some Wilbur beans, which are just their baked beans with a bunch of stuff in it. I'm gonna have the beans first. Wilbur beans, everybody. See the stuff in it? There's pieces of bacon and other things in there. Actually, I think it's not bacon.
These look like they came from a can. I could be wrong, but these look like some Boston baked beans if I ever seen them.
I think it's the like leftover like burnt ends of the tips and stuff is in there, so there's meat in there. They're super good. Very flavorful, tangy.
Because usually if you, I'm gonna dox myself a little bit. There's a barbecue chain out here by me. I think it's regional. It's called Kennedy's. Kennedy's fried chicken, barbecue, and falafel. And I think I am doxing myself, but whatever. When I get beans from Kennedy's, they look almost like a paste. You know what I mean? Like anybody that's had home baked beans, like freshly made baked beans, they're kind of like a paste, and you get more beans than you do viscous liquid. That's how you know something is like home style baked beans, because you get a lot of beans in there and they're not drenched in liquid. But this place over by me, Kennedy's, they do really, really good baked beans, where the beans themselves are flavorfully done, and it's not too reliant on the coating.
Molassesy, and you can taste the big chunks of meat that's in there.
Oh,
that's right. Fun fact, Derek fact from Doomer Ziggy: Wilbur was the name of the horse owner in the Mr. Ed show. Yeah, that's right, because Mr. Ed would go Wilbur all the time. I remember that. Pick up Ziggy.
Take a few more shots. I owe you chunks of meat that's in there.
And the way he like throws it across and wiggles it. You know how like I'm gonna get a little bit graphic, but you know how like some people curl their toes when they're climaxing or whatever. That's Philip. It's like how he intentionally like throws it up there. He's ready to go. He's got the toe curls in there. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh.
Take a few more shots. I owe you guys one more shot, but it's a shot per 50 bucks.
Also, don't show your toesies on stream. I'm not wearing, again, I'll say it, Sunday morning, I'm not wearing fucking shoes. This is my house. I don't need to wear shoes when I'm streaming, but you guys are not going to see my toesies. All right? Guarantee not going to see my toesies.
As you know, I did 6 earlier. Now I'm finally eating, so this will hopefully negate the liquor, so I can focus more on on the rest of the marathon and not pass out. That'd be nice. This meat sucks. It's so dry. Look at it. It is so dry. How can you sell
No,
it
Grimner,
like this?
no! We can't take another community violation. No! That's funny.
This is incredibly over the top dry. Look
You're
how
gonna
dry. You
report
can see
the
if I
you're
plug
gonna
it-
report the channel, and in the reporting dialog box, you're just gonna put foot stuff. I can see it, and I'm gonna get an email that says your channel has been reported for violating community guideline content. Foot stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, how dry it is. Look, it's like, wow. What
The
happened?
final L. Yes,
How they
Tim
overcut
Snake.
it or overcook it so bad?
That's not overcooked. Like that's not.
Looking at how dry it is. Look, it's
Okay, it's dry because it had to ride 20 to 30 minutes home. The thing is, like, and I don't know how this was packaged, but the best thing to do if you're trying to save barbecue, like if you're at someone's house, what's up, Snood? What's up, dude? The best thing to do if you're at someone's house, and like I was in this situation recently, if you're at someone's house, they be grilling, and you're trying to save barbecue food to take it home, wrap it as tightly as you can in foil, and put that foil wrap in a Ziploc plastic bag. You gotta seal in the moisture. I'm thinking it's as simple as they shipped them home in containers where all the moisture got out. And if all the moisture gets out, yeah, you're going to eat dried chicken, dude. Just eat barbecue food in the restaurant. Like his first mistake was not eating it in the restaurant. They should have just go to the place. Most of Phil's food critique issues can be solved by just going to the place.
it's like, wow. What happened here? How they overcut it or overcook it so bad?
Holy shit, Nerd Brew. It is his left foot.
Wow. It's bad, man. This is the worst thing. Right here, this is the worst
Bad,
thing.
man.
The rotisserie chicken's awful. It's like a desert in your mouth. And there's so much meat on it, but it's so dry. There's no point in eating. You know what? Maybe I should dip it in the beans. I'm going to try that. I'm going to put it in the beans. I couldn't even swallow
I gotta confess, I would do this. I have put baked beans on a chicken sandwich before. I have ordered a chicken sandwich from Kennedy's, and I've ordered baked beans from Kennedy's, and I put baked beans on the chicken sandwich. I have done that before. I have put baked beans on a chicken sandwich. I am not above it.
it without taking a sip of seltzer water. All right, here. I'm going to put it in the beans. Look at that. It gave it some flavor, right?
Oh yeah, Doctor Karkand. That was one of those. I can't find it, but I know what you're talking about. That was one of those sitting at his PC desk streams where we've all seen the picture. He's got the platinum vest, the gunner glasses, and he has the like super tall Starbucks Frappuccino. We've all seen the picture. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, he did stop the stream for like 20 minutes back in the Leanna times to go get Starbucks. Very funny. Oh yeah. Pyroclastic, why is he holding the fork like that?
All right, here. I'm going to put it in the beans. Look at that. It gave it some flavor, right?
He's got like if you're a Star Wars fan, you know. He's got that like Anakin Skywalker / Ahsoka reverse grip saber stance. How they use the controversial reverse grip to wield their lightsabers. That's like offensive and you're not supposed to. He's got that reverse grip dark side form.
Right?
100%.
Oh, it's still too dry.
I didn't see. This is the kind of shit, and I tell people in Discord over and over and over again. This is the kind of shit that I find the most fascinating. Like, why does he hold his fork like that? Why does he eat his food like that? Why does he separate it out? This, to me, is where all the fucking gold dust is. This is where the reality TV is. Nerd alert. Yeah, I am both a Star Trek and a Star Wars nerd. We watched Deep Space Nine last night, by the way, Snood. Deep Space Nine rules. Also, shout out to Canadian Rene Aubergenois. He was one of Canada's greatest exports. Love me some Rene Aubergenois.
Oh, that's really bad. Oh man, it's almost inedible. Man, that
we are in season we are in season 2 right now. We started watching again recently. Very, very, very fun show. I love the politics of this backwater space station where like their main purpose is to monitor who comes in and out of a fucking wormhole, and the politics it brings with it. It's very fun. Yeah, big ups Odo. I also have grown to appreciate Kira Nerys. Kira Nerys is something.
that's awful chicken. That's some of the most overcooked chicken I've ever tasted in my life. They really screwed that up. Oh, I'm on the floor. Ribs on the floor.
I was a Trish Stratus fan back in the Attitude Era. She was big in like Attitude Era times. Yeah, Dax is pretty cool. Terry Farrell's a hottie. I could derail and talk about Star Trek hotties all day, but Terry Farrell is something. These quiet little moments are also fun.
Where is the meat? Look, that's like bone and grizzle right there. I can't eat that. Where's the meat?
Yeah, you can. Dude.
I want rib meat. Here's the bone. Here's the rib meat. I don't know how you manage to overcook food that bad and not know, unless you just don't care. This is like a desert. This is like...
That's not overcooked. It's not over... I guarantee you it's not overcooked. It's just dry. And it's dry for having sat in someone's car for 30 minutes.
Like wet sand. Ugh. How about a crispy fry? It looks crispy. Okay. Still no real flavor.
Where's the rib meat?
How do you make that
it's
many
ribs.
fries? Steak fries with
That's
no
right.
seasoning at all. No seasoning? It's incredibly messy and embarrassing to eat on camera, which I knew it would be.
This is also why I don't eat on camera. Like last Friday when the CrowdStrike thing happened, I ate my lunch, but I turned the camera off because it's almost impossible to eat on stream without looking like a freak. And also, if you eat on stream, there's almost a guarantee that someone somewhere is fapping to it, and that's no good.
Honestly,
yeah, feed it to the ants. That's right, Meth Bear.
Right here, it's dry. Oh,
the ants are eating good tonight.
All the breading is good, but all the breading's on bones now. It's all bones. Those are all bones. There's no more breading on chicken, so I just have to eat dry chicken.
Bones.
Oh my god, excuse me.
Oh, what a mess. Nope, there were bone pieces in there. Couldn't eat it.
Nothing I could do.
Well, that sucked. Seriously, like
I do have to say, like, even at this weird angle, this camera is a good camera. Like it's good. I've been looking into other camera solutions for myself. I'm thinking about getting a mirrorless digital camera and just using that as a webcam. I'm investigating that. But this actually is like a clear picture, but it looks too sterile. It looks like one of those, if you guys have ever seen it, it looks like one of those like pill cams where someone can swallow a pill and you can like see their intestines. It looks like that. It's like that kind of image vibe. I don't like it.
Of all this meat, the fried chicken is the best part, but there's not a lot of meat on it, and the center of the meat is dry. The breading's amazing, but the breading is covering bones. So I can't even eat a lot of the breading because it's covering bones. This chicken is...
Why can't you eat breading though? Like, I don't understand why he can't eat the breading. Does he not know how to gnash the breading off of the bones? Does he not know how to eat?
It's terrible. It's so bone dry, and the ribs taste good but are so dry. I don't think I'm ever gonna...
I believe this was a donation. As I said earlier on in the stream, he would not have known to seek out this specific camera. because the what's it called? I have it open in a tab. The Insta360 link is like a kind of obscure camera. It's not something you would just stumble upon. That's why I think maybe one of his fans who works in an office or something, because this seems like a camera that like a corpo would use, because it has all the buzzwords. It's an AI powered 4K camera. Like some corpo probably bought a ton of these because of all the buzzwords. I don't think he bought this. I don't think he bought this.
I'm gonna order from this place ever again. Just being honest. Like the price is insane.
That being said, I'm glad he has it. I'm glad he has it because we can get segments like this. This is interesting to me. Seeing him eat at this like kids table TV tray. This is new. This is new and exciting for detractors.
I don't even want to know because this is a family feast. It's myself and my wife are sharing this, so she had some too downstairs. But for the price, it's not worth it at all. When half of the meat is this dry, this is a waste of money.
Yeah, gotta leverage that 5-second rule, dude.
You would think for potato wedges they would do something to them. No, they're a little bit of salt and they're bland. So as of the meats, the fried chicken's the best meat, but it's not great because the middle is dry and there's not enough breading on meat. It's on the bones. You can't even eat it. The other two meats are too dry and bad. The potato wedges are bland because again, for the price.
No, it's fine to have, dude, Nugs. It's fine. It's fine to have opinions, dude. I just think a fan bought it. I think a fan genuinely bought it this time. I have that feeling.
This is Famous Dave's food. Famous Dave's like family barbecue feast. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
Famous Dave's, yes.
I basically brought a little of everything. So Kat got this too. And she even said when I went down there, she's like, yeah, the meat is all dry.
Maybe.
I was like, what? What? Man, what a shame. I mean, keep in mind, I have to keep eating. This is my dinner for today.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like any time we can get a different angle than just the straight head-on shot with the chair. Anytime we can get a new angle like this is great to me.
This is it. This is all I get. I don't have backup foods. I have to eat as much as I can. I guess I'm almost full. People are talking about the cost in the chat. The thing is, my wife and I thought we were gonna have leftover. We're like, oh, we're gonna have lots of leftover food. We'll eat it all week, but it's all dry. So you can't eat.
Serves 4 to 6. 4 to 6 people. 4 to 6 people. My God, man. What a waste. What a waste, dude.
Eat leftover dry food, it'll just be more dry. So we're gonna get rid of it all. So basically this feast, we ate what we ate now, we throw out the rest, it's a complete waste. So yeah, this
I gotta tell you, my lady friend and I went out yesterday. I was talking about this. We went to the movies. We saw Wolverine, Deadpool. We saw Wolverine and Deadpool at a family-owned local theater that I like. During pandemic, I bought 1,000. No, not 1,000. Was it either 1,000 or 500? You could buy either 1,000 or 500 movie vouchers at like a discount. You could get them for like $1 a pop. I think at the time I bought 500 tickets for $500. And 4 or 5 years later, we're still skating by on those things. So two prepaid admissions to the movie theater. Didn't cost us anything to get in. My girlfriend bought like $10 worth of snacks. And then we went to have Chinese lunch. And then we spent like $20 worth on the Chinese food we got. So we had an entire day out for like $30. Very, very affordable. Very thrifty. Meanwhile, these yahoos are spending almost probably over $100 when it's all said and done on food they don't even like. I guess Phil's living that best life. I guess so.
It really was a waste of time and money. It should have been much, much better. That is a huge disappointment. I mean, I've been disappointed by food before. Don't get me wrong, but this is expensive. To spend that much money and be like, I don't even want to eat the leftovers because they're dry is pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like, well, let's get the camera back to where it belongs. Okay, so,
yeah,
Dave's
Michael,
feast,
imagine.
which includes
Imagine.
meats, the potato wedge fries, corn, Wilbur beans. Out of the 3 meats, only the fried chicken was good.
Yeah, sort of sleepy says they're gonna toss it too. Oh yeah, no, he straight up says this is going in the trash, which is insane to me. My lady and I spent less than half of that, and we went to an actual movie and ate really good Chinese food.
The rotisserie chicken was bone dry and terrible. The ribs tasted better, but were also dry as hell. So both of those were horrible.
Oh, that was. This is what they call a biblical snort right here. Oh my God, this is fucking biblical.
Bone dry and terrible. The ribs tasted.
Oh yeah, the blibs. Koraz, good catch. The blibs. The blibs.
Better, but were also dry as hell. So both of those were horrible.
That was biblical.
What the fuck? Whoa! Excuse me.
What the
fried chicken
fuck?
was good,
Whoa!
but dry in the middle, and not enough.
Ah, you missed
breading
some
on
stuff,
meat to
nervous
actually
noodles, but it's no big deal. It's no big deal. We're just having fun here.
Enjoy the flavor. Once you get halfway through it, you're done. You can't eat any more breading because you're out. You know, they're out of meat. The wedges are bland. Pretty much no seasoning. The corn is good.
What
but,
the
I mean, it's
fuck?
corn. They didn't make that. They
Whoa.
just bought it and boiled it, right? The muffin was decent. It was sweet. And the Wilbur beans actually are the best part. The Wilbur beans with the tangy sauce. and the
Wilbur
meat in it
beans.
were actually absolutely delicious. But outside of that, a huge, expensive disappointment. I think this might be the last time I ever order from this restaurant, Famous Dave's. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, for the price I just paid for that, and I have all this meat. Like, we have 4 pieces of ribs, a piece of fried chicken, I think, and we have a bunch of fries, and another piece of...
Yeah, Nerd Brew. I don't know how he doesn't have issues like lean. Like, I was calling it the lean and manual bite earlier yesterday because he has to like lean so far forward. He's basically leaning like this while he's eating, and he's going like that. That cannot be comfortable. It was uncomfortable even for me to like scooch my chair forward and do it. So how? I don't know.
corn, all left, and coleslaw too. I said to my wife when I went down, I was like, "So we keep this?" She's like, "I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we want to." She's like, "Those ribs are so dry, I don't think we're gonna want to keep them." And you know, everything else, like, what do you keep? The fries?
Full
She ate
beaver
like me,
mode.
and she basically
That's
picked out
right.
Certain things were like, eh. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna wash my hands, wash my face, brush my teeth. What a waste of my fucking time that was. What a waste of my fucking time.
Also, people in the Discords were bringing this up yesterday. Brushing your teeth right after you eat, ugh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Why is he getting?
Wait, why did I click that? I don't want to watch that. So now I've got some time. I've got until about 9:30 Eastern, and then my lady and I got to go feed some cats and check on a tortoise and stuff at our friend's house. But I would like to watch one DSP Tries It, since we're in a food motivated mood. Let's do it. This is the Pizza Mart Pizza. Pizza Mart Pizza. Webcam Nerd Brew. I already weighed in about the webcam for a couple minutes early on in the stream. I actually think it's a good webcam. Like, I think it's good. I think it gives Phil an even more sickly look than he already had. But like, this is something I would buy. I don't know. I'm thinking of moving to a Sony mirrorless camera and using it as my webcam because I want something that's a little bit more versatile and that I don't have to fuck with lighting and exposure settings that much. And I feel like if I could just get a nice lens for a Sony mirrorless camera, that would solve a lot of my issues. But quick and dirty, this is a nice web camera. I think it's unnecessary. It's got the AI powered gimmick and a lot of weird bells and whistles, but it's a nice camera. I'm not going to knock it too much. This is the DSP Tries It Pizza Mart Pizza. This is from 9 years ago, specifically April 8th, 2015. Let's watch him eat some pizza.
Okay, everyone, welcome to a special...
Always got to have that inhale.
Okay, everyone, welcome to a special edition of DSP Tries It, and this one is...
Wait, I just noticed this. Are all of them like this? Look at the DSP Tries It logo in the lower left.
Okay, everyone, welcome to a special edition of DSP Tries It, and this one is a unique...
So he transitions this in. I think he's using a blur. Yeah, he's using a fast blur and pixelate filter on this asset to transition it in, but it's distracting. There's no reason to transition this in. He should just cut it in while he cuts in the rest of... While he cuts in the clip that he's uploading. Like, this should just be here. There's no reason for that to transition. Both his inhale in, the... and this are distracting right off the bat. I just, as someone who edited like corporate safety videos for a while, I pay extra attention to what the very beginning of a video always looks like. I don't like it. I don't like it.
One, and the reason it's unique is because we're not going to like a local fast food chain that you guys probably are familiar with.
Familiar.
Since we moved to the
Big
West
ups.
Coast, last year, we said, you know, it's very hard to get pizza, right? It's a pizza that we've seen out here. It's mostly fast food. So we actually went out of our way to seek out a chain that's out here in this area of the country, and there was one called Pizza Mart. Now, this is not some kind of a
Pizza Mart.
big chain across the country. It's basically only in kind of this Washington, Seattle area. I'm sure there may be a few more.
Oh, he almost said style. He almost said style. Pay attention after he says Washington, Seattle. Pay attention.
This is not some kind of a big chain across the country. It's basically only in kind of this Washington, Seattle area.
See, he almost said style. He almost said style, but he stopped himself. That's really funny.
I'm sure there may be a few more, but they're apparently very popular around here. So he said, let's order a couple pizzas and see what is pizza like out on the West Coast if you were to order it. So this is an order of breadsticks, garlic breadsticks. As you can see, it looks like just basically, you know, bread flattened out, painted with maybe some garlic butter. Maybe there's some garlic in the seasoning and some, you know, side of marinara.
Yeah, dude, that's what garlic breadsticks would be.
Your turn, bro.
Oh, thank you for the sub, Viva Lorraine. Thank you, I appreciate it.
This is a chicken margarita pizza, which, as you can see, has a crispy crust.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, if anybody needs to punch out because you're nauseous from the camera sway, I understand. I do not hold that against you. If you got to punch out, punch out. I'll be redirecting to WPIG in about a half an hour or so. Okay. So don't worry.
A little bit of a thickness, doughy kind of a pizza. And then this is
I don't have a lot of time today, but I wanted to
special,
get the stream in. So.
Which I guess is supposed to be a special combination of red onion, olive.
A chicken margarita pizza also fucking slaps, by the way. There's a place over by me now. Well, I live in New York, which is the best pizza in the world. I'll fight anyone. But there's a place over by me that does a chicken margarita pizza. It's very good.
Olives, sweet Italian sausage, and pepperoncini peppers, as you can see in there.
I have to leave. I have to cut the stream between 9:20 and 9:30. Between. Because we have to feed cats. We have to feed kittens at very specific time. We're feeding kittens for our friends today. It's our friend's birthday, and she's off doing stuff.
Immediately, if you are from the East Coast like me, you look at this and you say, what is this? Yeah, this is not East Coast pizza at all. This is a more hybrid...
That's right, Nerd Brew. I swear. It's the pizza places fed by Hudson River water. Nothing like it. Something about that dirty, nasty Hudson River water that makes the pizza better. As someone who this is Hudson River water right here that I'm drinking. Good shit.
American/Greek style pizza. It's not pure Greek, because pure Greek actually would have almost a cookie-like crust. So it's kind of a hybrid, okay? And I can tell you right now, this place probably is geared more towards Greek than American or Italian, because they had, it was called the Italian pie, and it had feta cheese on it. If you go to Italy and you tell them you want feta cheese on a pizza, they'll slap your face. They take...
No. Feta cheese is like a Neapolitan style pizza, where a lot of the conventional New York style pizzas are what's known as a Sicilian style pie. That's the greasy New York pie. The greasy New York pie is like basically big round Sicilian style, where like you'll get Neapolitan style pizzas that'll be like a sheet pizza with feta cheese on it. He doesn't know. He has no idea.
Slap your face like this. You say, how dare you? Slap you.
He is a wannabe Italian. My stepfather's mother, Italian, made actual sheet pizza, homemade, since I was 2, and she explained that to me. She said, well, Neapolitan pizza is a sheet pizza with feta cheese on it. Sicilian pizza is a greasy pizza and it's round. It's kind of the way she explained it to me.
Because it's ridiculous. So we're gonna try these right now. I just want to say up front, it's expensive. It's not fast food chain style pizza.
Flex.
This one right here was $18 for a large. This was $22.
20.
Well, no, it was 20, but $2 extra because we added chicken.
No, it was 18, but then $2 extra for
Get him, Leanna.
Oh, so they were both 18. We added chicken to the margarita, which made it 20.
Yeah. Sicily is not Italy, unlike CT. That's right.
So it's expensive. I mean, we're talking almost twice the cost of what you would get at, say, a Pizza Hut or Domino's or Papa John's. But
I actually really like when Leanna pushes back. Those are fun little moments for me.
But is the flavor there is the question. Is it a more high quality pizza?
Because knowing what we know now makes that pushback so much more interesting.
Which we're about to find out. Okay, so go ahead, honey. Grab a first piece here.
Also, how close were we to them separating? Oh no, she still had almost 2. She still had like 2 whole years left with this guy. So this is, if Phil is to be believed, this is before they were broken up emotionally. So they were still together. Yeah, I want my apology now. That's right, Nerd Brew. You know the one.
I'm gonna try a piece. I'm gonna see what we think.
Oh, this is kind of a doughy crust.
Tell you, it's a very doughy crust. Looks like a soft dough versus a crispy, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's greasy.
Greasy, that's not surprising. Let me get a piece for me. I'll try the other one. You tried the chicken margarita. I'll try the Diavolo. And they give us crushed red pepper pack.
What you want to get if you're trying to test a pizza, and if you like the style of pizza, my girl and I do this all the time. If we're trying to see if we like something, we'll just get 1 pie, half pepperoni, half cheese. That's it. And if you like the half pepperoni, half cheese, next time you go in there, experiment. But when you get too much bullshit on the pizza, you can't actually tell if you like the pizza. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Packets to put on top of the pizza. So if you do live in this area, you're ever passing through this area, this is a chain that you can definitely find.
This reminds me of New York pizza. He wants New Haven or Connecticut style pizza on the West Coast. He's not going to find it because he's going to say that the toppings are underdone. There's no char on the crust, just like he did the other day. But New Haven style pizza is a very specific region of Connecticut. You can't even get Connecticut style or New Haven style pizza in all of Connecticut. There's a few specific towns that do it. I grew up in one of them. But Connecticut or New Haven style pizza is very, very thin crust. It's burnt, and the pepperonis, if you get pepperoni on those pizzas, are very, very well done. It's a very specific style, very specific taste. He ain't gonna find it in Washington, so he's just being a snob.
We found it on Yelp, and it was on Grubhub. It was on different things online. It comes up as like the local
Grubhub.
pizza chain.
Okay. What's up to Pasta
They're
Maker?
open late.
They're
Yeah,
open
margarita
4 a.m.
pizza rules.
every night. So I get the feeling that they end up being the place that people go to
That's
who
where
are,
people go after the bar.
you're drunk, you're buzzed. It's Washington. You're high. You're hungry at night. You go
Oh,
to the
it's
Pizza
Washington,
Mart.
so people get high in
All
Washington.
right, so here we go. Let's see what this
No
is
one,
like.
no one gets high in Connecticut, Phil.
Oh boy.
I thought you got suspended for having the herb in your room. Not suspended, but a stern talking to by security for having the herb in your room.
This actually has a spicy kick. It's a spicy pie. So if you like spice, you'll like this one. It's got
Devour.
pepper and seasonings in it. Definitely.
Yes.
Another bite.
Oh. These sounds are actually starting to make me feel a little queasy.
I normally don't like olives. The olives actually go good with this. Because it does have a spicy kick. The olive kind of...
Like no one cares. Like no one cares. Like no one cares. Like food reviews online can be done well, Anybody that's okay, so after this is done, we're gonna watch a review bra pizza video. We're gonna go on a field trip. After this clip is done, we'll watch how pizza should be reviewed.
Vinegar taste of it negates the spiciness of it a little bit.
Because honestly, Review Bra is the template for how all internet food reviews should be done. He does it so well and so intelligently. We're gonna watch
So what
Review
did you
Bra
think
after
of your
this.
margarita piece? You finished it.
Yeah, the guy DSP inspired.
It
That's
was
right,
crazy.
Dr.
Like, it
Karkan.
almost felt like after
He's
they
like me,
tried to, like,
even though he was posting like 2 years before DSP was, by the way. You can find Review Bra videos dating back to like 06 or whatever.
You know what?
Look,
It
grease.
needs some grease.
I remember
just,
a friend of mine in high school saying, you need to see this boy on YouTube. Like he came up to me in school. It's like, there's this boy that reviews pizza and bottled water on YouTube. You need to see this boy. I was like, boy, what are you talking about? Like, why are you calling him a boy? He's like, oh, watch the videos and you'll understand. And yes, Review Bra, even to this day, could best be described as that boy who reviews pizza and bottled water on YouTube. Because he just looks like he's like a 35-year-old kid. He's like around my age, I think. But he just looks like a kid. It's funny.
Slathered a thing of grease on top, but the flavor is good. The chicken is nice. It's like that perfect for pizza. It's not like too chewy. It's not dry.
That's good.
And man, did they go nuts with the herbs.
The herbs.
It is good. If you like oregano, you will like that pizza because they went nuts with it.
Allegedly, he's 27. Okay,
Trying breadsticks?
I believe
Yeah. It's pretty bland.
it. The herbs. That's
Wow, I
right.
taste no garlic.
Yeah, all I taste is bread. Bread with a tiny bit of seasoning on top. It's supposed to be garlic bread.
This is not their only breadstick though. They also have like cheese ones and like one other one, I think.
Yeah, I don't taste any garlic at all. Nope.
Oh yes, pajama
More than
pants.
likely just generic bread
Yes.
they roll out. They cook it, they chop it up, and then they just put a little sprinkling of seasoning
They
on
both got
top,
their
and they call it garlic
jammies
bread,
on and their
yeah.
slippers.
It's really
I actually
nice.
like that Snoopy shirt.
So-
That Snoopy shirt's fun.
Not surprising. This isn't half bad. It's funny because
All right, guys, I want you to like understand and like internalize this. Two people, whole box of garlic sticks, margarita pizza, this pizza with olives on it, and then another pizza. 2 people, 3 pizzas, and like a party order of garlic sticks. This is so decadent and wasteful. Like, when I was an RA, resident assistant in college, and I would put on events and stuff for my residents, we would often order pizzas. I would often not order this much pizza for like 30 people. You know what I mean? And they're eating it all, which is insane.
Pizza Hut just started with their new pizzas, right?
Like, I have literally fed 25 or 30 people with this amount of food or less. Insane, dude.
And they have one that's like this. The one I had last time from Pizza Hut is like this. It has the pepperoncini. Well, I added the pepperoncinis. It had the onion. It didn't have the sausage or the olive, but it had other things in place.
The pasta maker,
Spicy.
you can
So the
you
flavor
can
of
do
this
whatever you
reminded me
want
of the
on a
flavor of that
pizza.
other pizza that I actually had.
Domino's made a cookie pizza, which I tried, and it was weird. Does anybody remember that Domino's Oreo pizza? If you know, you know. If you've had it, you know. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
The margarita though, definitely get it with the chicken. I think it makes it better with the chicken. I don't know if I'd like it as much if it didn't have the chicken.
Yeah, for me, a margarita pizza is good, but to have chicken, it kind of kicks it up a notch, makes it a little bit more hearty.
Kick it up a
Yeah,
notch,
sometimes you
like
just feel
Emerald.
having a lighter
Boom.
pizza.
I'm going to grab this small piece. I'm going to try the margarita.
It does not feel like a lighter pizza though with the grease.
No, look at the amount of grease on there. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it is greasy.
This pizza
Surprise
is more
pizza is
than mine.
greasy.
Here, the one that I ordered, it really is. It's twice as greasy.
I don't know what it was that made it
Oh,
so
mint
greasy.
Oreo Blizzard? That sounds hype. There's a Dairy Queen over by us. Maybe we'll go today.
See, that's good. That's mild. This
I'm
pizza's
doxing
mild.
myself hard on this
This
stream.
pizza's
Now you
spicy.
guys know that I live
So
by a
depending on what
place
you
called
like, you're gonna like
Kennedy's
one over the
Fried
other.
Chicken. And,
chicken
you
is
know
good,
I
right?
live
Chicken does
close
have a
to a
good
Dairy
flavor
Queen. Doxed.
And they did go nuts with the oregano on some pieces.
So, is it better than say Domino's or Pizza Hut. I guess it's subjective.
It doesn't matter.
It's probably it's just as unhealthy as you can see.
It doesn't matter.
Shit.
It does not matter. Like his whole obsession with comparing like this thing to this other thing is so stupid. Oh, you're not down with mint chocolate? Snood. I thought we were friends. I don't know, Snood. No, you're cool.
Obviously,
it's fine.
you're probably gonna get fresher ingredients, I would think.
Yeah.
I do like the flavors of this
It's fine.
pie.
People can like what they like. That's fine.
Apple pie, I like that one too. The garlic bread's terrible. I wouldn't even recommend that to anyone.
Yeah, maybe try something different instead.
Right. The pizza, flavor-wise, I would actually give the pizza probably a 4 out of 5. Now, keep in mind, it's not East Coast pizza. If it's East
All
Coast
right,
pizza,
I'm gonna queue up review
flipping
bra
backflips
in
here.
my other tab.
But for what it is, it's not bad. American style /
You'll
style.
burn it
However,
down around you
the price is ridiculous. $18
over mint chocolate.
You know, for the
You're gonna
same
burn
size
all
you
your
get
bridges?
at, say Domino's or Pizza Hut. It's a little bit bigger, I think, maybe an inch.
And this is a large size. Does this look like a large to some people?
Right.
Is the question.
And $18 for a large pie. And it's not like, look, it's not even like
18 is expensive even for now.
But it's not like overloaded,
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
not
I mean?
like things are falling off.
Right.
Oh fuck
So,
yeah! I found a
overall,
relatively
probably
new
give
pizza
Mart a
review
3 out of 5, just
from
because
Review Bra.
price-wise
We're watching
does
that.
not align with the level of product, and I do have to say, if you're going to charge me that much, you have to give me way more.
Oh, you
than
know
what
what?
they-
I was gonna cut it now, but you know what? We need to get his score. Then we'll watch a Review Bra video, and then Review Bra will take us to the end, pretty much.
gave me. It's not a bad option. If you're tired of the fast food chains that are common, you probably would like to check it out. For me, I give it a 3 out of 5. What do you think? You didn't try this piece yet.
No,
by the
I
way.
did not.
Everything's a 3.
So far from what
Everything's a
I'm gonna guess,
3.
I'm gonna assume I think this is at least okay because
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like something I'd be into. I'd give them a 3.5 simply because they are based primarily in Seattle.
The only, like, when you do food reviews, you don't actually need to give it a number. Giving it a number is stupid, and it projects this air of like false authority. You don't need to do it out of 5. The only thing that matters when you're doing an opinionated online food review, because it is a matter of opinion, is whether or not you liked it. One of the things that Review Bra will do is he'll just tell you, did I like it or not? Like, is this a pass? Because that's what's important. Like, people want to know, like, might you enjoy this? And he'll just straight up tell you, like, this is a pass, or, you know, I can endorse you buying this, or I cannot recommend you buying this, you know?
Which is expensive, so they are going to jack up their prices.
This is them pretending to be adults, by the way. This is all play acting. This is all theater. This is them pretending to be responsible adults while eating junk food and just monetizing it, by the way. I want everybody to remember this about every DSP tries it. Every single DSP tries it was Phil pretending to be some kind of adult tastemaker while just eating junk food and writing it off on his taxes.
And it's a small business, so they probably don't get quite the deal. So I did kind of expect this price compared to Domino's, which gives you like a $5 pizza, and the quality is better. Greasy, definitely need to work on the grease.
Yeah, you need to work on the grease. Like, they're sending feedback to the restaurant. Like, I don't say this very often, but fuck off, Panda Lee. Fuck off, dude.
Just get rid of these. These breadsticks are just sad,
Yeah.
but if they got rid of those or improved them, less grease on this.
They act like they're fucking Gordon Ramsay, gonna walk in there. And all right, we've seen enough. Let me. I pulled up our boy. I pulled up my favorite boy in another tab. This is how you do review a pizza.
Hello everyone.
Why is captions on?
This is Running on Empty Food Review.
I love him. I love him
Well,
so
hello,
much.
ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, The Report of...
I also want to highlight, like, his shot composition is good because he's well dressed. He's got on a three-piecer. He's got a shirt, a tie, and a vest. He's got on a nice coat. Looks like a coat of the trench variety. His eyes are well lit. He actually does have, like, this is gonna make me sound a little fruity, but he actually does have, like, pretty good looking eyes, and he lights them very well. He is done up very sharply today. I like the composition. His face brings you in. Where when you bring up a Phil video, here, let's go back to it. Here, did I fucking close that tab? Let's see. Can I? There we go. When you bring up a Phil video, what you see is this, right? You see this versus when you bring up Review Bra, Report of the Week, you see this. This is much more compelling than this. Like, I want to watch this. I don't want to watch this unironically.
Week. Thank you for checking in. Sometimes I'll see the lighting for the video and I'll get the elephant out of the room because I see how it looks on my end, but I don't know how it might be for you. I'm filming this in the early evening hours, and sorry if the lighting is a little weird. Normally when I film outside, you know, it's bright and sunny and quite warm, and tonight, well, again, it's the early evening, and this is more
Elephant
like
in the
my kind
room,
of
you
weather.
say? Yes.
It's gloomy, it's rainy, there's a bit of a breeze, it's actually not all that hot either. So,
long
again,
fingernails
this is my
make you
kind of
uncomfortable?
weather, and I thought, what
Yeah.
the heck, I want to film outside
Cut 'em.
tonight.
My,
So that
mine are
precisely
getting
is
a
what I'm
little
doing.
long.
But I have some extra lights here, so if needed, I could always just fire those up. Anyway, pizza review. Pizza Hut has just released...
Yeah, dude. So Review Bra is ballin'. He's got like a pool and stuff. He's got, I don't know if this is all his property, but he's got like a pretty well appointed large house and a pool. He's fucking ballin', this dude.
a new pizza for a limited time, and it's just out. I thought, what the heck?
Oh yeah, he does have long fingernails. Yeah, look at them things, man. How does he keep them clean?
I'm gonna try it out. I'm curious about this one because, you know, the Pizza Hut releases are always a bit hit or miss. So this time around, you've heard of New York style pizza, right? You've heard
Yeah, those things are
of
long.
Detroit style pizza because Pizza
My
Hut
my
has
lady friend
done
does. Her
both of
nails aren't
those.
even that long.
What about Chicago style pizza?
Also, first of all, fuck Chicago style pizza. It's a casserole. I know Misery Merchant and I have had our disagreements about Chicago style pizza, but that's a lasagna, my friends.
Deep dish.
Any pizza you got to eat with a fork, I'm out.
Nope, they got you on that one. Chicago tavern style pizza is the name of the game here, and that's what Pizza
Oh
Hut is
yeah, let's
premiering.
hell yeah.
This is not a
So we just watched Phil's pizza review. Now this is how a pizza review should be done.
new take on things. They've even had pizzas like this, but they said we're going to be hearkening back to the days of the 1930s Chicago taverns, which I fondly remember. And for a limited time, the Chicago
That's actually a pretty
tavern-style
fun bit.
pizza from
That he's like playing into his weird, ambiguous age.
Pizza Hut. It's a thin crust pizza. The appeal of it is end-to-end toppings, so it's got a thin crust, there's not really any sort of edge to it, and it's got toppings from the center all the way to the crust. It comes with, it looks like some garlic seasoning and square slices. This sounds awfully familiar for those of you who are
He is. I will say, Review Bra can be long-winded, and he can be kind of dry in his presentation. But he's telling you shit about the pizza, other than just fondling it and like picking it up like Phil does. Because Phil will do weird shit, like he'll sway with the camera and he'll fondle the pizza and he'll pick it up. This is Review Bra trying to give you a little bit of context, which I appreciate.
perhaps regular.
Instead of Phil, because at the end of the day, at the end of the review, Phil usually just says, well, this pizza is either better or worse than this other pizza I already tried, which is boring.
Pizza Hut consumers, this sounds sort of familiar, doesn't it? A year ago, and even 2 years ago, they released this pizza called The Edge, which I actually liked. I actually have good memories.
Yes,
of it.
articulate's a good
And the
word for
appeal
it.
of The Edge pizza.
You can tell that Review Bra's vocabulary is large and robust. Phil has about 12 words that he rotates. Yeah, it's full of flavor. It has a tangy zip. It's robust. That's all Phil says.
Thin crust, end-to-end toppings, square slices, and garlic seasoning.
Oh, it's a sheet pizza.
So if I were to take an educated guess, this is pretty much bringing back the Edge pizza, just under a different name, because it sounds...
Or maybe it's not a
very
sheet pizza. I don't know.
similar to
We'll
that.
see.
But of course, we will find out for sure in a moment.
Articulate?
One change,
Yes.
though, is that they say they have 4 special flavors of this pizza. However, you could also get a customizable option, so you could put whatever you want on it. Obviously, anything legal, of course, and available from Pizza Hut. But otherwise, if you don't want to customize it, you can get a margarita pizza.
Ah,
You can
margarita
get
pizza. All right,
spicy
so we've got some
chicken
connective
sausage
tissue between the
pizza.
reviews.
You can get a supreme pizza or a double pepperoni pizza. Now, price for this, a large Chicago Tavern style pizza, available for the price of $12. So that's the price.
That's not
for
bad. $12
it. And I
for a
decided
sheet
to go
pizza?
today with
That's
the
pretty
double
good.
Pepperoni pizza. And you hear that in the background. Remember what I said? You could only get anything legal on the pizza. That's what'll happen if you go against
That's
the rules.
actually pretty funny.
Pizza Hut, they really crack down on
They're coming
things,
for
so
ya.
Consider that a warning. But I got the double pepperoni. Price
See,
is
he
$12
knows how to find
for
a joke,
large,
and he
which
knows how
isn't
to set up
bad
a joke
deal,
and
all
punch
things
it.
considered, and we'll see
Unlike
how it
Phil.
tastes and if it's any good. Now, I'll admit, I just got it delivered, I took a peek in the box, and it looks like they messed up a little bit.
Oh,
Surprise,
critique.
right?
Okay.
Apparently,
Yeah,
based on my
Deposit Maker.
understanding
$12
of
for a
things,
sheet pizza.
the double
It's not
pepperoni
bad.
pizza is supposed to come with 2 types of pepperoni, hence the double pepperoni name. The regular pepperoni, and then the crispy cupped pepperoni.
I mean, Beavis, you could do that in
I
some
will
states.
It's
Roll
got
it
the
up.
square slices. It's got the
Roll it
toppings
up,
to
fold
the
it over,
crust.
and you're ready to go.
But then, it just has the regular pepperoni. I guess double the amount.
I
of
don't
it,
I don't know,
but
guy
not
with 2
the
names.
crispy
Well,
cupped
it's
pepperoni,
raining, so
and
I
it
think
doesn't have
he's
any
wearing the
garlic
trench
seasoning
because it's
on it
raining.
Either. Now, I could sort of understand the double pepperoni.
I agree, your dad.
confusion, perhaps, where it's like,
Nice name, by the way.
all right, the pizza's only been
He's
out
very
for a
fun.
day, so I could see the confusion there, but still.
Oh, also,
I
Taken
would
L's is
hope
not
to get it
subscribed to
as
him. I'm
intended,
subscribing
but it is what
Taken
it is. I
L's
just sort of
to
roll with
report of the
it.
week. There we go.
Drag this on long.
Logan K was, but
Here's
Taken
the
L's
box.
was not.
This is definitely, that's like 1930s right there, obviously. You didn't get this pizza free with Hut rewards? Big yikes.
Big yikes.
And so on. Not a special box or anything, just advertising their wares. You could say this is very thoroughly cut.
Yeah, it
I'll
is.
Take a quick thumbnail like this too. You could examine.
Oh, it's a rounded pizza, but it's cut like a sheet pizza. That's interesting.
Examine the pizza.
Yeah, he almost broke, guy with 2 names. Almost. And you can tell he knows this is going to be a thumbnail. So he does that extra wide grin. Very, very smart, efficient use of time here. This is his thumbnail. He makes sure he's got it.
I'll do a face like this is the worst thing I've ever eaten for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, there you can see it. Lots of pepperoni. And getting a slice. Guess I'll get a middle piece, right? That's the way to do it. That's how they did it in the 30s, obviously.
That
When
actually
everyone
looks.
eating their Pizza Hut.
So I really like you know you've cooked pepperoni pizza long enough if the pepperonis crisp up and cave in like that. That's when you fucking know this is some well done pepperoni pizza. So I can tell by my personal opinion, this pizza's cooked just right.
Yeah, lots of pepperoni, but as you could see, thin crust.
Ooh, hold on. You never want to see gaps like this in your pizza dough. That's gonna feel weird. This throws off the texture from If the pizza dough looks like this, no good.
Pepperoni, but no garlic seasoning and no cupped pepperoni. So
yeah, pizza cracker.
either way, it's
yes.
sort of incomplete, but I review what I get, and this is what I got, and we'll still be able to see anyway.
Like it looks good on top, but but the dough, I don't know.
At least as a base, it still tastes good, and then of course you could build off of it with whatever toppings you want. Anyway, $12 for this, and let's try it out. The double pepperoni.
Honestly, your dad, the long fingernails are probably the least weird thing about him. He's a weird guy. He sleeps during the day. He sleeps during the day by choice, which is based, in my opinion.
Chicago Tavern style pizza.
Here, I ruined it. You guys know why we have to hear this phrase in its entirety. He's about to say the thing. He's about to say the thing. Get ready.
Anyway, $12 for this, and let's try it out. The double pepperoni Chicago Tavern style pizza from Pizza Hut going in.
Going in, yeah. He is like alternate version of Agent 47, yeah. Notice too how he chews with his mouth closed. He doesn't smack. He eats like a normal fucking person presenting a product. Love it. Takes a second bite. Contemplates it. Sits with it for a minute.
I'm breaking out the trench coat today. I thought, why not?
Oh, we get trench coat more.
This one, so that I did.
Oh, so he was trying to get... Okay, so he was trying to be era appropriate with the trench coat. Okay. I'm so happy DSP inspired report of the week. I'm so happy.
This is sort of monotonous, so I'll just save you all the time, and I'll be back once I finish this slice.
Guys, he made a cut. Cutting is possible in a food review. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, he made a cut.
The slice consumption was a success.
Look at that. He's got a is that a black silk napkin? Napkin analysis. Where is it? Dude, he's got like a black silky napkin. What fucking style. This guy's balling.
The slice consumption was a success.
Amazing.
I didn't somehow end up
I have black
lake or
placemats,
anything
but black
time around.
napkins?
You remember the last time, right?
I'd never be that. Dude, and he's drinking out of a chalice. This dude is on like level 99 and DSP is on level 1. He's drinking ice water from a chalice while eating a pizza in a trench coat and a 3-piece suit. This guy's in the stratosphere right now compared to DSP.
Let's not go there.
Well, yeah, the dude has always been balling.
How is it? Is it any good or not? It's not bad for what it is. This is one of those items that I think what my recommendation would be.
Yeah, he's totally on New Game Plus.
Understanding that as a pizza, it's decent for what it is, but going in expecting, as if you would actually go to Pizza Hut with this expectation in the first place, but hypothetically speaking,
I don't care if he eats like DSP off camera though. I don't care. All I care about is his
this is gonna be like
on-camera
going
presentation.
into a time machine
You guys don't
back
want to
the
see how I eat.
1930s,
You literally don't
and
want to
this
see
is
how
a
I eat.
literal slice of history right
I
here.
eat like a disgusting
So
pig
don't
person.
go in with that expectation.
So
And
I don't
secondly,
eat on camera.
For those of you that live in Chicago or in the environs, obviously everyone thinks of deep dish pizza, but if there are establishments local to you that do this particular type of pizza with perhaps authenticity, obviously those are going to be better than
DSP
this.
always
This is
eats like no one's
a fast
watching.
food pizza. And my interpretation of this is that this is essentially the Edge pizza.
You guys do
that
not want a
they
Logan
premiered
eating stream.
in,
You don't.
I
You
believe,
don't.
2022
Trust me.
and 2023. And it's just under a different name. And that's all that there really is to it. Now, yes, they do offer those customizable options now, maybe a few different toppings.
Notice how like this is a very similar the vibe of this description and this summary is very similar to something DSP would say, but Review Bra is saying it a lot more quietly, a lot more eloquently, and he's using a greater variety of words. It's amazing how saying a very similar thing in a more articulate way with a larger vocabulary makes it easier to watch and listen to. Who knew?
But aside from that, if you've had the Edge pizza from Pizza Hut, then you already know what this tastes like, because to me...
And he's not
essentially
swaying, that's right.
indistinguishable. Both as far as...
transatlantic. That he does sound like a 40s old time actor. There's people that live over by me in this part of New York that kind of talk like him, but I don't think he's from here. I don't think he's from here. He could be.
and its taste are concerned, with one caveat, of course: the garlic seasoning is missing from my pizza in my circumstance, but that's unique to me. And based on all of the other parallels that I could draw here, you know, because I've reviewed the Edge pizza from Pizza Hut twice already, and I've enjoyed it both
I believe
times.
he's a vampire.
And this pizza seems to be identical to the Edge pizza.
So I think he is a vampire because there's a great house tour that he does. You want to see a good fucking house walkthrough? You should watch Report of the Week's walkthrough. We don't have time now because I have to log off the stream at about 8 to 10 minutes. But I'll watch his house walkthrough. It's insane. He has a great house walkthrough and it's very funny.
In every regard,
He's a ham radio
so
enthusiast.
based on that, I could make
Ham and shortwave radio.
inference that if the garlic seasoning were on this,
I
it would be
always thought it was. I always thought he
from
was a Florida
the
man.
Edge pizza.
He gives me
and
Florida
it has
vibes.
a fine accompaniment, and I say that from direct experience. That the garlic seasoning, I could again confidently say, pairs nicely with this. Now, based on what I have in front of me right here, again, obviously it doesn't have the special cupped pepperoni, which, I'm cursing them right now for it. Obviously, I'm really fired up over that. but all things considered,
Art
you know,
Bell would have liked him. That's right,
I
Nerd
can't
Brew.
take it that seriously, to be honest. It's a pizza from Pizza Hut. It tastes fine for what it is.
Oh
A
yeah,
good amount
he's
of
the
toppings
pasta
for
maker.
price,
He's
so I
really
am
into
happy with it.
shortwave.
There's a good amount of pepperoni.
Like he monitors shortwave channels. He monitors like number stations and takes notes on number stations. I'm not even exaggerating. He literally monitors shortwave stations and takes notes on their broadcasts. He might have a touch of the tism. Just saying.
As I'm sure you could easily see. And I've also tried their cupped pepperoni, which is of good quality too. It's flavorful. Has a little bit of a spicy note to it from all the pepperoni.
Okay,
of course,
so
but it is
patios like
greasy and
that
oily.
is
But
a
it
common
tastes good, all
occurrence in
things
Florida.
considered,
I've
you know,
I've
it's
never lived
greasy
in
fast
Florida
food
long term,
pizza.
so I wouldn't know.
But again, totally fine for what it is. Nice little crunch, texturally speaking, from both the thinness and the crisp to it as well. And nice little sweetness from the marinara sauce likewise. So, It tastes good for what it is.
Oh yeah, you
Again,
can
you
buy
really
those
taste
ham
the
radio
pepperoni, and I think
those
any of the
those ham
toppings
radio
that would be
kits
on
and
this,
build them up. They're fun.
because I think the emphasis is
A friend of
supposed to
mine
be
took a
heavy
ham
on the
radio
toppings,
test, and
so
he's
likely
like
you'll
a
be getting
he's
good
like a
amount of
certified
toppings,
ham
especially
radio
relative to
operator.
the price.
Like he can talk.
Decent
Apparently,
size as
anybody
well.
can
It's
listen
easy
to
eat, it's not
any
really messy.
ham
Even
type
in my
radio
case,
broadcast, but you need to be
had a middle
certified to
piece, there
talk
wasn't
on them.
much,
It's
of
cool.
an area to really grab it from, but all
I had a
things considered,
CB
still
radio when
wasn't
I
all
was a
that
child.
messy. So this is a pizza
And I
that
used
you
to
could
swear
easily
at
eat,
truckers,
I
and
think, on
it
the
was a
go
little
or in
scary.
the car, and not worry about any sort of disaster occurring, which you really couldn't say the same for Chicago deep dish style pizza. So, easy to eat, tastes fine.
Oh, it's
for what
easy
it
to
is.
eat.
It's not gourmet.
Philip
Don't
would
expect
enjoy it.
to
It's easy to
be,
eat.
But all things considered, it's a thin and crispy pizza, nice little crunch to it, good amount of toppings, affordable, and like I said, the marinara sauce is a nice touch. I wish that mine had the garlic seasoning on it, and I wish it had the regular pepperoni, but
Mosquitoes
what I
suck,
got
dude.
is it's still a
They're
decent
everywhere.
Pizza, yes. And on yours, hopefully you will
Just
get
like
yours
penne
nice and
pasta,
tender.
Dr.
I
Karkan.
could say easily the garlic sauce, the garlic seasoning is a nice accompaniment. One final recommendation I will say though, eating this based on all the oil from the cheese and the pepperoni, it
Oils?
could get a little overwhelming at times. This does not by
See, good advice. This is very good sound advice. Oh man, this is how you do review pizza.
default come with a dipping sauce. I would suggest getting some marinara sauce on the side. Probably get a cup of the marinara sauce. My recommendation, I think dipping it in that sauce would work nicely. It'll sort of cut through some of the excess grease and oil. So that'd be my recommendation. I think you could add it on for maybe 25 to 50 cents extra. I would say it would be worth the extra expenditure. And otherwise, pizza $12 in price. And again, decent, I think, all things considered. Not the world's best pizza or anything, but not the worst either. It's just a rebranded
Yeah,
version of the Edge
dip your shit in
pizza.
barbecue
And that
sauce.
was a
It works
fine
just
pizza.
fine.
This is a fine pizza likewise, so therefore out of 10. I'm going to rate the Chicago tavern-style pizza from Pizza Hut. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, all things considered. Totally fine for what it is and a good deal, if you ask me. And that's all.
See, very simple to the point. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. He gives a very good summary of why you might like it, why some people might not. Gets in, gets out. Very good. And with that, speaking of getting out, I got to get out right now, but thanks everybody for coming by. You're going to be redirected to the WPIG 1651 TBS pre-show. So I'll see you guys later. We got to go feed some cats and check on a tortoise. So I'm clocking out now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and big ups. Bye.